Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is me recreating Maggie Rogers' on-stage look. She did a video with Into the Gloss forever ago talking about the makeup that she usually wears whenever she performs at concerts, and I thought it was so unique and fun, but super easy. She only uses, I think, like 4 products for her whole makeup routine, and it just looks so cool. So I thought I would recreate it. I'm actually going to a Maggie Rogers concert tonight, so I thought what better time to do it than today. She only uses 4 products, but in order for me to make my makeup look more like hers, I did need to add a few more. I think I used 8 or 9 products instead. That's still pretty good for me. I just love how it turned out. So if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, then please keep watching. Alright, so because I don't have Maggie Rogers Skin from the Gods, I am going to wear a few base products. I'm going to use a pump of my Smashbox 15-Hour Wear Foundation. I'm just going to take 1 pump on a clean finger, and I'm going to make sure that there's an even amount on each finger, and then I'm going to put the most product right here, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, and on my nose, and I'm just going to work that in with my fingers. And I do make sure to really pat it in with my fingertips, like rubbing it to move it around, but whenever I am just trying to work it into my skin, just tapping with the pads of my fingers to get a really natural look, and that way it'll melt in with my skin better. And I am going to use a little bit of under eye concealer. This is from BareMinerals. I'm in the shade Light 1. I'm just going to put a little bit on my middle finger again and put it into the corners mostly. Whatever I have left on my finger, I might put a little bit on the outer corners because I do have some darkness there. And Maggie doesn't technically use any blush in the tutorial, but she does mention in that video that she loves the cloud paints from Glossier. So I thought I would use something similar to that. I have the Flower Blush Balm. This is in the shade Pinched. And I'm just going to put a generous amount of that on my middle finger again. Like a very small pea-sized amount. Once again, put a little bit on both of those fingers and then pat it right at the tips, like right at the very tops of my cheeks, and then using my finger to really push it in. And then once I have it moved around enough, I will use 3 fingers and really push it in just so that it's a little bit faster. But also it kind of just diffuses it a little bit better and makes it look a little bit more natural. And if you can see, it just leaves such a beautiful sheen on the skin. And I really do like it, especially when I don't set my face with powder, which isn't that often, to be honest with you. I might put on a little bit more just to get a little bit more of a flush because I'm not going to be using bronzer or anything, and I don't want to look too washed out. So I'm going to put a tiny, tiny bit more right on the tops of my cheeks. She used the Glossier Boy Brow. I'm just going to use the Essence Brow Gel. And I'm just going to put it, it looked like she only put it in the outer portions. So I'm going to do the same thing and just brush it upward. This left side doesn't want to go upward as easily as the right side does, but that's okay. And lastly, she naturally has a lot of freckles on her skin. I don't know, I think sometimes I have freckles, sometimes I don't. So I'm just going to put on some fake ones. The technique I'm going to use today is the one that I learned from Mariah Leonard. She mentioned that she took a pen or a liquid liner or something like that, and she would dot it on her finger and then she would press it into her skin, and it looked a lot more natural and random. I'm going to do it on 3 fingers just for the sake of time. It's not going too well, and I think most of the product is just ending up on my fingers. We'll do 1 finger at a time. I technically could add more, but I think that's enough for now. I am going to go wash off my hands though. And then I'm going to put some setting spray, the all-nighter spray, on my skin. That way the freckles stay put. I'm just going to use some index cards to fan my face so it dries faster. Do those freckles look natural to you? I can't tell. We'll see. Maybe I'll just put a teensy dusting, barely no powder, right over those. Maybe that'll help diffuse it a little bit. It's taking away some of the glow, but I think it looks a little bit more natural that way. And I'll start sweating soon enough. The glow will come back. Alright, now for the fun part, the eyes. She really only uses 2 products on her eyes. The first product is one that we actually have the same of. I saw that she used the Diamond Dust Stila Glitter and Glow on her eyes, and I thought, oh, I have that. She really just puts just a crap ton on both of her eyes. First, she goes through like it's gonna be a liner, and then she just puts it all over the lids. That's just what I'm gonna do. She kind of wings it out a little bit, so I'm gonna try to do something similar. I'm gonna give that a second to dry. I might add a little bit more to really make it pop. I want it to be really chunky and sparkly. Let me get a clean makeup brush and just kind of make sure it's like sort of blended. I don't know. It doesn't have to be too fancy. She looked like she just really glopped it on. I'm loving it already. And one thing that she pairs with the Diamond Dust glitter eyeshadow is blue mascara. She uses one from YSL, but I'm gonna use the one from Colourpop. This is in the shade Blue Ya Mind. Wow, that's really blue. That's cool. This is way better than the NYX Blue mascara. I tried to use that in a 3 makeup looks inspired by art, and I tried to use a blue mascara from NYX, and it was garbage. It like almost ruined the whole look. Look at that. That looks so cool. It's also just a really good mascara. Maybe I'll pick up the black one. And then for lips, she uses the Kiehl's Butterstick Lip Treatment in Pure Petal. It's just a, looks like a lip balm with more of a peachy undertone. So I'm going to use the Catrice Volumizing Lip Balm in the shade Graceful Lips. And it's kind of got like a peachy undertone as well. I think it looks very Maggie Rogers-esque. I'm pretty excited. I think that blue and the glitter, I think that looks really cool together. But I like that the skin still looks really natural. I don't know, maybe I could have done a better job with the freckles, but I like it. I think it looks cool. I do want to do more of these recreating a look videos where I maybe recreate a makeup look from a musician or an actor, or you know, just someone that I admire, a celebrity, etc., and see if I can't capture the essence of their style in a way. Let me know if there are any people that you would like me to do this with first. I have a lot of ideas, but it would really be useful if you guys could help me pare it down. What are some concerts that you're excited to go to this year, or that you've already gone to? I would love to hear about what kind of music you guys listen to. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!